Alright, so this is a Team Associated MGT 8.0 that I've converted to electric. I bought this and a whole parts chassis on Craigslist for about $120. The engine was actually good, but I had no use for it. The whole plan was to convert it to electric in the first place. So for this conversion, I used an RC Monster motor mount. It was about $40 if I remember correctly, which is this piece of aluminum right here, obviously. It didn't really require any modification. It is made for the truck. I'm using the stock spur brace here for the MGT spur, which is steel. I have the Mamba Monster 2 ESC, which is just velcroed in here, as well as the Castle 2200 kV motor. Now on the other side, the battery tray is from a Losi SCTE 1.0. It's got the ESC shelf shaved off, and I've just mounted it to the side guard of the chassis here. So it holds a single 4S LiPo pack. I only run 4S on this truck. Holds it in kind of vertically, sideways, maybe diagonally, mostly upright though. And it just connected to the ESC, obviously. Now for the servos, it's a stock steering servo, stock shifting, and stock throttle brake servo. So I used a Y harness to connect the brake servo. So essentially the truck still has mechanical brakes. Wait for that to fire up. The truck, I'm using a 3-channel remote so you could shift. The truck still has mechanical brakes, and the truck has shift to reverse, which is this servo here. So it acts essentially the same as it did when it was nitro, just now it's electric. It doesn't have, the motor does not brake the truck, and the motor only spins in one direction. You use the transmission to shift in the reverse. Transmission also has the stock 2-speed still in it, so when it hits a certain RPM, the truck automatically shifts into a higher gear range, which obviously gives it a higher top speed. This also helps the motor temps when you're just putting around at a slower speed, as it has to propel a lower gear ratio, which is good for temps and battery life. Other than that, the truck is basically stock. There's no real visible modifications to it. I don't know what the previous owner did, but everything looks basically stock. So all 8 stock shocks. Doesn't look like anything's really RPM or anything. So that's the conversion. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Oh, actually, here, up in here is where the receiver pack would normally go. That box is now empty since you don't need a receiver pack for an electric truck. And that's basically it.